In this lecture, we are going to learn about ng model. Ng model is used for a two-way data binding. You can send data from controller to view, and you can send data from view to controller using ng model. From this lecture, I am not going to do all the Angular codings from beginning. In this example, I have defined Angular application as app05 and defined the controller as controller1. In the script file, I have defined app05 as a module and defined controller and defined object. First, we will display these object details in the table. We'll see how we do that. We have to access controller con1 dot accessing object dot name. Right, it works. We will assign other details also. Con1 object dot email, con1 object dot phone model, and is it not phone model? Yeah, it's phone model. Sorry, I missed. Okay, then con1 dot object dot status, and the last one is con1 dot object dot purchase date. Now you see how we display the object data in the table without using ng repeat or any other controller. Okay, now we go to the ng model. I'm going to use form here. I have designed that form previously, and it has input items, input text box, and selectors and data and selectors. We will bind this object using ng model. First input box, we will bind name con1 dot object dot name. For a second text box, we will bind email con1 dot object dot email, and we have a selector. We will bind phone model here, ng model con1 dot object dot phone model, and the next also selector. We will bind status here, ng model con1 dot object dot status, and the last one is date time picker. We will bind purchase date here, ng model con1 dot object dot purchase date, and we will see how it's working. You can see name is bind, email is bind, model is not bind. We will check. We have success, and else we will check in the script file. Yes, the script file is having a lowercase s, and the drop down options has uppercase s. We will change the script file as uppercase s and see. Yes, it binds, and status is bind, and date is not bind. We will check why it's not bind, and we will assign some date and see. Yes, I have not converted the date, that's why it not bind to the controller. And now you see from the script controller, this object data is bind using ng model, and we will change this text box and see what happened to the object. We will change David Beckham Jr. and you can see when we change the text box, this object also changed. That means you are passing data from view area to controller. The previously you did the other way, you passed data from controller to view area. And we will check email also. We will change David at yahoo.com. You can see online it changed. And we will change phone model as 6s plus, it changed. And we will change status as negative, it changed. In this ng model you can use for a two-way data binding.